Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got another video for you here today. We are in the ARCA Menards series at Charlotte 2018 Oval. I am here to show you how not to race this place. Happened to be the top car in the split that we're in, and I am utter trash. There is no other way to describe it. Frustrated, this is probably going to be the first video I get out this week because I've tried to do a couple races before and just had a multitude of bad things that led to not getting videos made for them. A lot of internet issues. Sounds like our service provider has been having widespread problems in some races that did not go cleanly or well at all and were not even worth posting. So a shame that the first one I'm going to get you is going to result in me being thrilled just to somehow finish in the top half. We have 22 cars, 18 turn time, and we managed to qualify 14th. That bad. Yeah, we're 4/10 off. And probably even farther off in real race pace as well. Just, I don't know why I'm so terrible at these things. Like, it's not even serviceable. That's how bad it is. So just gonna hope that the internet wants to hold its way out. Gonna hope that the storm that is coming in currently will not mess up the internet or our power or anything of that nature. We're gonna hope that we can somehow avoid wrecks and work our way into the top 10.
12.
We're obviously not winning this race. We are obviously probably not even going to get to anywhere near the top 5. Like I said, I will consider a 10th place finish as an absolute win because I just have absolutely no idea how to drive these things apparently. So yeah, it's gonna be really bad. So if you're watching this, either watch it for the pure entertainment of how shit I am on mile-and-a-half ovals in these cars, or watch it for learning how to do the exact opposite of whatever I do. Because what I do is not going to be very fast, so it's going to be a hit no matter what. Maybe we can get 35 clean and not torch safety rating, so we can at least build that up, even though our rating is probably going to take a massive hit after this race. Yeah, that's just not going to be good, so we're going to do what we can and just, I don't know, somehow try to learn. I keep asking best lap up, even though the laps are not going to be very quick, just so I can see if I do make any kind of line changes at all, if it helps at all. Otherwise, you know, it's just going to go badly. So, this one is all frustration for me and hopefully entertainment for you guys, because, you know, I suck at these things on longer tracks. So, got cars blinking around, which easily could be us, not them. So, it's going to be fun. We're clear to the inside. We have the 9 behind us who's blinking, so that'll be nervous. We're just going to kind of slowly work our way up because, again, there's going to be problems like the 12 that's going sliding. Or that. That's how my luck has been going the last few days. I don't know what we were supposed to do there, so let's just try to get the car righted. And we torch the tires trying to get going, so we're going to get out of the group so that whenever everybody comes by, we are not in their way.
Come on, Jake.
Let's see if we can drive without a fast repair. Car's definitely not going to be quick at all, so might need to come and eventually use it and just sacrifice, go a lap down, and yeah. Try to run and get you guys a boring race, click some laps off, maybe we can salvage safety rating. You can see we got the 4X out of it. I don't really know where we were supposed to go. We can try to watch the replay. It looked like everybody just decided to wreck all over the place, so maybe it would have been smarter to start at the absolute back, or as far back as we could have, and then somehow try to avoid it. Yeah, just sucks. At a loss for words for how bad I have had a string of races lately. It's just not fun to show you guys. It's not fun to do. It's not enjoyable when you're actually trying to somehow work your way up or learn things or, you know, anything else of the productive sort. So Yeah, this car's way off pace. If I even knew how to drive it, it'd still be way off pace, so
The car in front is Marty.
just gonna see what we can do. You can see we drove in too hot, which is gonna wear out the right front. It also pushes us up the track, so we got the leaders closing in pretty quick on us. We still have the 9 out there blinking around,
That lap time was
so
31.31. That's your fastest
yeah,
lap
we're just
today.
gonna try to navigate everything as best as you can. You can see how far we are off the pace. We should make up time to that best lap through 3 and 4, but that best lap is still incredibly slow. We're just gonna try to get by the 9 as quickly as we can, so that he's not a factor for us. As again, I feel like it's on him, not on us specifically. Yeah, you can see this lap's not really gonna be all that much faster. So that gives you an idea of A, how terrible I am, and B, how hurt the car is after that. So we're just gonna ride around and try to finish 34 out of 35 laps. And maybe we'll get lucky and there'll be some more wrecks and we can at least get back to our starting spot. That would, I guess, feel like a win at this point. So bright side is our fastest lap probably won't be all that far off from what I normally have been running as the fastest lap. I just don't understand how to get the car into the corners, how to keep the momentum up, or without entering too fast and sliding it. And I'm sure whatever I'm doing is probably wearing out the tires too fast compared to everybody else. So yeah, if you guys want to leave all your feedback and suggestions in the comment section, please feel free. I will more than welcome it, because I will be the first one to tell you that this is not something I'm good at, which, you know, I need to learn quickly if I actually ever want to be competitive in any of the series that matter. So yeah, sorry for all the frustration and negative. It's just been a really bad stretch, and races compiling on top of each other have not been fun. I'm not a very high rated driver, so when I do lose high rating, it sucks because it takes me longer to build it up. Just because I'm battling against a lot of people that are way better than me, and I'm trying to learn that as quickly as I can and struggling a lot at it. So try to protect what I can, and it doesn't end up going well. You can see we're just now all of a sudden driving like junk and losing quite a bit of time. So yeah, we're just gonna do what we can, and as soon as the leaders get to us, we're gonna let them by. I got a feeling we're gonna probably finish 17th or 18th, somewhere around that area, and yeah, it's just feel bad. There's no real point to showing you guys this, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat things either and try to record 15 races when only one of them is gonna be good. That's the reality of when you're not a good driver, and I'm fine with admitting my flaws, showing you guys what I don't do, because I want you guys to learn from me, even if it means learning the opposite of whatever I am doing. So yeah, it's not very entertaining, but once they get to us, we'll show you the proper way to try to be a lap down car and get the hell out of the way, out of the pack. I will show you guys that, because that's about all I'm going to be able to do directly on this, hopefully. And even that, I still probably could screw up somehow. So yeah, we're just going to keep running. I don't want to do anything massively crazy in terms of slowing down or dropping down to the apron, because it's just going to cause more issues. We're just going to go high. Hopefully they'll catch us down the front stretch into 1 and 2. And we can just stay high and let them all go by us, because yeah, it's a lot of cars, and I am not going to mess with the races at all. So get to the outside, let them go. Actually, you know, get into the wall like an idiot. So I didn't do this correctly, because I cost myself damage in time. But we're just going to stay to the outside, let them all by. See, we got a little bit of a break, so kind of watch some of their lines, see if there's something I can learn out of it. Maybe, you know, I've always heard of this whole high entering thing in wide arc, and apparently I'm not good at it, so just kind of trying to watch and see if I can replicate it, even if it is actually going to be faster. I'm kind of figure out how exactly are they getting into the corner to do that, because what I tried to do there was not the right move at all. So yeah, just gonna try to follow this line, see if I can learn anything from it. Not sure what it's going to do to tires, but it's obviously working for everybody else and it's way faster, so it's probably something I need to learn right away. So
You've just done a 32.54.
just have to figure out the right braking and how to get into that, but for whatever reason, you know, I'm just losing a ton of time in relation to my best lap, so it's got to be something different they're doing about it that I'm not doing. So, again, all I'm hoping for at this point is that everything, there's some massive wrecks or something up in that pack and a bunch of guys blow out and I can stay clean somehow and ta-da, I can pick up a couple spots to get back to 14th, but yeah, I don't see that happening at all. I think this is going to go clean the rest of the way and we're just going to finish way out. I will try to learn that line some other time because my car is so slow that that just seems to be hurting me more, so we're just going to go back to the bottom and yeah. Whenever somebody faster gets to us, we're just going to let them by because that's what you do when you're a lap-down car and you suck. You just have to move over for everybody, so yeah.
Still there.
Sucks. It's not fun, but
Keep it steady.
we have Lafora almost push up into us when we gave him the entire bottom half as well, so, you know, that's fun. We're gonna make contact because he just, you know, can't clear us. I'm sorry, that's frustration again, but I literally gave you the entire bottom and you're gonna wash up and get me. Like, that's frustrating. We're gonna go in and get a fast repair because this car is so jacked up right now. I'm just gonna try to get out of the way and then go in and take the hit, get the fast repair. I'm trying to get out of everybody's way as best I can. We're about to hit the wall again.
Hold your line.
Yeah, it's
Inside. Clear low.
just gone from
Inside.
bad to worse.
Clear low.
And
Car
again,
inside.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat things, so we're just gonna let you guys see what it is that went 17th there. So, you know, it's all good. It's all a learning experience. We're gonna get out of the way. Also means we're gonna go multiple laps down, which is fine.
Speed limit is 45 miles per hour. Box in 1,040
Not
feet.
too worried about that. We're just gonna ride down, get our fast repair. I know easily could get wrecked later on, but this car is handling so terribly now
300 feet.
that I
100
don't
feet.
want to take the chance. Almost get on the gas too hard and pit road and lose it.
There's traffic behind. Keep your wits about you.
Having a hard time shifting because, you know, again, I'm terrible. Yeah. Trying to just run around the bottom and get on the backstretch cleanly, let everybody go for their second time, hopefully. Car's better, so I can try to figure out something that these guys are doing. We're gonna let these two go by as soon as they get up to us. And we're just gonna use the last 15 laps as, or 16 laps, whatever it is, 15, 16, as practice to try to figure out what the heck it is these guys are doing. Clearly, I need to use the brakes in order to take that line, which, you know, that's completely my fault, so I just made that lap time worse. We're not on a new set of tires, so that we don't have a massive advantage. So if we start to catch people, then maybe we did actually learn something. We'll also keep an eye in relation to our best lap because, again, if it actually proves that somehow, even on the older tires, then we figured out a line that was a little better, or I figured out how to drive whatever it is they're doing. So can't get in the wall like that. Yeah, I just, I'm not helping myself. I'm having bad luck, but I'm also compounding it by driving like absolute junk, so don't do what I'm doing, please, if you actually want to be quick, especially if you're trying to drive any of these cars. Just don't do what I'm doing. Yeah. It sucks. It's not fun to show you, it is the reality of what is going on right now, and I am not going to sugarcoat any of it because that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to be open, show you my development from a not very good driver to trying to be a good driver, all the, you know, setbacks that I'm going to incur along the way, everything that I have to try and fail and try and fail and try and finally figured it out. Yeah, that's what I want to hear. I don't want to be one of those that tries 25 times to get you the perfect picture and makes you think that you're supposed to get on the first time because it took me a long time to get to it. Yeah, that lap, that line's going to be really hard for me to figure out. I don't know what it is that those guys are doing that I'm not doing. Like, where I brake, how I get into it, because if I stay up, I just get into the wall. Like, it's so frustrating when you can see how bad you are in relation to what they're doing and you cannot figure out how to do it. So we're just going to try to limp this out and try to just practice some other time, I guess, and figure it out. Like, I don't know. We've also torched the right front at this point, so let's see if we can actually see the temps. Yeah, you can see 79% already, so I've clearly beat up the right front. I'll let this car go by us, so don't have any problems.
Clear inside.
At this point, I'm just literally logging laps, and I really don't care what speed they are. I'm just trying to get them done, in all honesty, which is not the right mentality to take for you guys, but I don't know what more benefit I can prove to you in this, because I have torched the car in every way possible, torched my mental state, and driving like absolute junk. So understand if you're not watching at this point, or if you are turning it off at this point, completely get it. Hopefully the little bit of venting that I'm doing at some point may ring a bell with somebody that's in a similar situation. If I provide some motivation for how to work your way out of this, or how to continue to focus on it or try it, then, you know, I'm very happy with that. Whatever I can positively achieve out of this for both myself and for everybody else is something that I'd be very happy with. Yeah, just, I always knew I was terrible at these tracks, but I thought I could somehow figure out something to, you know, in a bottom split or a lower split, actually be able to be competitive. And maybe we might have been able to be a little faster, but clearly we were not doing the right land at all, and nowhere near the right thing. The worst part is I literally turned the steering ratio up to 16:1 to try to avoid wearing out the tires, and I have subsequently worn out the tires. So if you have thoughts on what you're doing with that, please, by all means, let me know, and I will apply every one of them. I have not against any advice at this point, because any advice is probably going to be far more valuable than whatever it is I am doing. So we're going to switch over to session last lap, just so I can see if I can learn anything the rest of the race. Just see, I for whatever reason, trying to start this higher entry to ARCA, I cannot get it down to the bottom, and I got a feeling that's where these guys are going. I don't think that middle seam is where you want to be. So just trying to watch everybody, see if I can follow how they're driving that, what they're doing. I can see that corner clearly was not the correct way to do that. Seems like if I go in and I jump on the brake, I push way up, and if I lift earlier like these guys, that's when I lose a ton of time. So, and the worst part is this delta bar should not be negative, or it should not be positive if I'm actually getting things, because this is all in relation to what I did the lap before, not the beginning of the race when my tires were better. So yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm doing wrong or how to correct it. Just trying to learn the best that I can. This is going to be my new goal, is to try to figure out how to drive this car across all tracks as quickly as possible and be able to compete with the top in that, simply because if you can't, I feel like if you can't do it this way, you're never going to succeed at the top level in the trucks. So I will still always be doing short track. I love doing that stuff. That's going to teach me my setup. So we're going to try to do that. This will teach my driving technique, especially for bigger tracks. So that's probably what you're going to be seeing going forward. Not sure how much in this season for the tracks that I don't own we'll be doing, but we'll definitely be doing that for a lot of the other, the next few seasons, I'm sure. I originally wanted to see, the ultimate goal was to try to feel prepared for Road to Pro for 2022. I'm not feeling like that's probably going to happen, so I'm not ever going to come into something underprepared. So if it means delaying it, then that's, what you have to do. I'd rather feel confident in myself showing up that I can have a decent shot at something rather than not knowing what I'm doing and saying, well, I wanted to do it a year ahead of time. So, yeah. I'm just going to try to stay on this lap if we can before the end of the race. We've got 3 to go, I believe.
33.28.
So, hopefully I provided you guys something positive despite all these negatives, and
10 seconds.
again, you can see that I don't sugarcoat stuff here. I'm not going to only post the absolute best ones. I'm not only going to post the winning ones. You've seen how many races where I've wrecked. You've seen how many races where I've gotten wrecked. You've seen how many races where I have not been the fastest, and that's what I'm always going to show you guys. And hopefully eventually be able to get you guys the good results as well. I would love to be able to find you guys that, but yeah, that's just going to take a while to learn, so thankfully we're coming up with a lap and a half to go, which makes me feel a little better that this is almost done and I can move on to another race. So gonna try some different stuff this week. I think that's the plan. Run the normal short track stuff, but I think we're gonna try a couple different road racing ones, so you might have the same car at different tracks in different series. Might try to do a different car if possible. Just kind of have some fun, even if I suck, because it's not been very fun the last week, in all honesty. And I'm always going to be super competitive. That's how I race, but yeah, just that's what's to come the rest of this week. Try to get you guys a bunch of videos the rest of the week for something positive and enjoyable, but if you stuck around this far for this race, thank you so much. You have no idea how much that means. So
Okay, we're done.
that's greatly appreciated. So we're just gonna roll it around, park it on the backstretch. We will take a look at what happened and see if there was anything I could do to avoid that, because I try to always learn from this stuff. So let's jump back and take a look, see what happened. Say we get off to the start, lagged back really bad, didn't get a very good start. Thankfully, everybody else behind also did not get a very good start, so we have the room to be able to get to the inside. You can see they're almost approaching 3 wide. I was kind of just going to take it easy right behind the 13, and we had the perfect storm of the 12, so let's see what happens here. Let's move this up this way a little bit so that we can kind of look forward a little more. So you can see we had the 12 on the inside, 21 I believe, 12, whatever. This car right here on the inside gets loose. He's rolling to the apron, so I was worried about him coming back up the track, so I didn't want to necessarily hug the apron, but I wanted to stay lower, just to get a clean line through the corner, because it seemed like he was sorting himself. Then you've got these two that get tangled up here, which I kind of saw. So I decided to stay low. I guess maybe the right move was to go high there, because you assume that they're going to come down the baking, but you can see 4 got it straightened out. 8 then comes down into the 12. 8 comes flipping. 12's on his way down. At that point, I have also got the 16 right behind me, so I have no way to try to brake or avoid any of this, because if I go low, I'm drilling 21. If I brake, I'm getting drilled by the 16. Yeah, I'm gonna say I had nowhere to go with that one, and it just absolute terrible luck. Yeah, and you can see it's just getting piled over, and that just hurt the rest of the race. Yeah, super frustrating, and we have, for good measure, the 9 blinking right around us, and Netco trying to figure out where he is or what he's doing to us. So that sent us around further because then he magically pops up on the other side of us. So yeah, and then on hot tires that have slid, I'm terrible at getting it fired up and going, so I torched myself even more time. So let's take over the results, see how bad the damage was. I really am not enjoying going to be looking at these, but you know, lets us know where we're at and where to start from. So second split, we were the top one, 2039, terrible rating. 30.792 was your fast lap. We were nowhere near that with a whopping 31.294, a half second off a lap. Maybe it could have been in the low 31s, but I can tell you right off the bat, 30.6s is where I need to be in race pace, and I'm nowhere near that. So you see, we actually managed to gain 300ths of a point for safety rating because we did stay out and continue to run laps after that. Thankfully, none of those wall shots gave me any instant points, so that helped. Lost 60 rating. This is the lowest I've been in quite a while. It sucks. Frustrating. Yeah, it was going to be a hard race to begin with because I'm not very fast. So again, if you have stuck it out this far, thank you so much. I appreciate you listening to what was not a very positive or not a very good video or watching it. Hopefully you did learn something from it, whether that was from the mental side to keep grinding, keep calm, try to use every lap that you can to learn in some way, even if you know your finish is not going to be where you are, or you learned what not to do on this track. Don't drive like me. And remember to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave any comments, suggestions, driving tips, anything you have below. I would greatly appreciate any of that. Would love to learn. So stay tuned for the next one. Hopefully we'll get some more good results out and all of your races go far better than this. They are clean, fast laps, and you guys get good finishes. Thanks for watching.